Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me. We've got this week's Pick a Card weekly tarot reading. Okay, it's very simple. Pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll have a little vision and then interpret the cards by number for you. If you're new, subscribe and be alive and leave me a comment and a like. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to the board now. Everything's changed. I don't know why buttons change when you're not using them. How does that even work? Okay, board main, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do card number 1 first. And I'm closing my eyes. I see clear blue skies, not like how it is here. It's quite overcast here. But in my mind's eye, I see clear blue skies. This is clear thinking. It's allowing the space for good ideas to come through. And you can really sit there and think about things you want to do with your life. There's an arrow here with a target, and I can see the arrow not quite hitting the target, but coming pretty close. So you might not get exactly what you're looking for, but you're in the general direction. So certainly plough ahead now with whatever plans you've got because you're in the ballpark. Alrighty, the card that comes up for number 1 is... Okay, let's go with that one there. It's the Judgment card. Okay, this is all about becoming free of your own judgments. We all make judgments, don't we? Judgments are not just observations. They have emotions attached to them, and it's those emotions that keep us trapped in the past, in these boxes, these cardboard boxes of our own making, if you like. The angels are calling us to leave behind the judgments that we've made in the past that have got almost like electrical emotions attached to them. They're very sticky, and they're actually holding us back in the past. So if you can look at your own ideas and allow yourself to be flexible and adapt to what's going on today. I know it is hard. This is a big ask. Try to steer away from making decisions for all time vested with lots and lots of emotion, because other situations can come up and you can be tested on that. Okay, so that's number 1. It's a major arcana card. It can change your life for the better. Okay, number 2. Oh, and I should say too, we make judgments about other people, but even worse than that, we make judgments about ourselves, and then those judgments stick inside our subconscious, sometimes for the whole of life. So if you tell yourself you don't deserve something, that's going to go down deep into your subconscious and stay there until you deal with it. Okay. Number 2, what do I see for you? The Hills Hoist, swinging around in a stiff breeze. Okay, so I don't even know these days if there's still such a company as Hills Hoist, but these are your clotheslines basically of the 1950s and 1960s. And they're big metal apparatus that sort of spin around. And the stiff breeze I can see is like the changing of, the winds have changed. It's almost like your mind is being changing your mind about something. Okay, so things could be coming up around childhood particularly, or when you were younger, where it's a bit like number 1, you made judgments about yourself. Now you've got to change your mind about something. Okay, but there's a lot of change to deal with. That's my point. And the card that comes up for number 2 is the Justice card. Okay, this is not human justice, but this card certainly does help with legal matters. You'll see here she's dressed in black because she doesn't have all of the logical evidence or all of the logical information, but she does have this very intuitive owl on her shoulders. So intuition is telling her which way to go as she weighs the scales of justice. The sword is like the ability to think and analyse and weigh up the evidence in front. Okay, and after making a decision, that's what this is about, making a decision, then you can take action steps, the red. But in the meantime, you don't have all of the answers, so it's really important to listen to your intuition and to know that upstairs keeps count, so we don't have to. So justice will happen, whether you have a hand in it or not. Okay, so no need to get all upset and uptight about, you know, thinking of revenge, gourmet revenge ways of getting back on someone. You're probably only hurting yourself if you do that. Better to let spirit deal with it. And you know, I've seen it literally in my lifetime, I've seen it literally hundreds of times happen where people get their just desserts. Okay, you don't have to be a part of that action. All right, number three, what do I see for you? What's this? News? Yes, news. First it's a conveyor belt with newspapers, and then it turns into like a scroll, a parchment, but there's news coming to you. Number three, what's this? Something's, it's a funeral. I heard the word funeral pyre. Something from the past is finishing. Okay, so it's already dead, and it's like you have to let go of it, but maybe you've been hanging on a bit too long or something like that. So it's already dead. Now it's about having a funeral, and which is a public acknowledgement of the death that's already happened. The card that comes up is the Eight of Cups, moving away from a very emotionally stressful, tense situation. Okay, green is all about the growth, and it's just like saying you're on your way now. There's new beginnings here under the new moon. The new moon is just showing a little glint of light there to light your path. So well done you, because you're not getting stuck in the past. The thing's all over Red Rover, and it doesn't need your energy on top of it. Basically, move on. Number four, I know what that's about for me. Number four, what do I see for you? Oh, this is a strange one. It's a little trapdoor here in the floor, and coins are popping out of the trapdoor. Okay, coins mean change, of course. Sometimes they do indicate your money. It's like money becoming available through transformation or change. That one wants to come out. Okay. Let's see. The card is the Five of Swords. You could be really tired and exhausted now. It's not the best time to be taking on new stuff. Okay. Just consider your self-care and your health and well-being now. It's a time for rest. You might have had some tension or stress and things going over and over in your mind, like you're mulling things over in your mind. Stop it. Okay, take control of your head and just imagine that a waterfall is washing all of those worrying thoughts away, because you really don't need that. Did I say Five of Swords? I don't remember what I said. It's Four of Swords anyway, not Five of Swords. Okay, so it's a great time for a bit of solitude, spiritual retreat, looking at your dreams, really thinking about what you want in life and having a rest. Okay, that's number four, the Four of Swords. Number five now. Number five. I'm closing my eyes. What do I see for you? Okay, what's this plate? A platter on a silver platter. I can't see what it is that's being served up. Oh, this is weird. It's a tree on a silver platter, like a moulding or some sort of artwork on this platter. This is probably family tree, although it could be yourself. There's a tendency, I don't think this is a bad thing at all, there's a tendency for finding some positive things about your family, or, you know, even if you don't get on with your family, it's like you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt, or there's some sort of positive vibe around the family unit. Let's see what card comes up. It seems to be not like your direct family. It seems to be back a bit, so you could have relatives on the other side helping you out now, and just generally looking out for you. Number 5 is live. The card is the death card. I think that is relating to the ancestors, because then it's not like it's your current family, it's back. So I think there's a vibe coming through. If you pay attention, you might be able to pick up some messages from your relatives if you've got any psychic ability at all. I'll just close my eyes here, because there's something about musical ability here for someone. I don't think this is for everybody. Musical ability, it's like ancestors want to tell you to follow up on the musical ability that runs in the family. Okay, that's one interpretation. The other, of course, is that the death card is about a situation ending and a new situation beginning. It does not indicate that somebody's dying in your family, or somebody's dying or you're dying. It does not mean that. It means the end, so that a new beginning can start. And throughout life, we go through this many, many times. We have a book of life that we actually bring over with us from the other side, and in that book it is divided into chapters. So when that chapter finishes and you go on to the next the next chapter, it feels like death. When you make that transition from one chapter to the next chapter, it actually feels like death, and you might find yourself even dreaming about death. And I've had that dream, I don't know how many dozens and dozens of times in my life. So I think my book of life is a really big book because I've dreamt that so much. So the end of something, so that a new beginning starts, and also the end of a chapter as you are transitioning into a new chapter. Okay, so we've got 3 majors. We've got judgment, justice and death, which are sort of all kind of loosely related. And this indicates with 3 out of 5 cards that it's a pretty major week this week for many people. Okay, number 3 is moving on with their life, and number 4 needs to have a rest and some sort of spiritual time out from a situation. But that's this week coming up, and you can expect that there'll be some big changes around for many people. Even if you're just thinking about making these changes, it's all happening. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I just want to wish you a wonderful week this week. Don't forget, leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new. Okay, thanks again. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.